Hi, my name is Dana, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a crochet shag square. This is what it'll look like when you're finished. I'm starting mine with a J hook and 4-ply yarn. I'm going to leave about 4 inches tail, and I'm going to get rid of my tail while I'm making my chain stitch. I have to make 26 chains. I'm going to get rid of this tail right at the beginning. So all I do is I flip the tail and I chain 1. I flip the tail back in between the hook and my yarn, and I chain 2. I guess that really happens when you're taping. I'm going to do it again because I'm not going to start over. So I flip the tail to the back and chain 1. Flip the tail to the front, chain 2, and I'm holding it with my 2 fingers. Flip the tail on the 3rd one, 4th one, 5th one, and the tail is gone within the 6th chain from the hook. So I told you I had to do 26. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 chains. Now this is a technique that I find it makes your work look really nice. The back of the chain you have bumps. The front of the chain are flat, like a serpentine gold chain. And this is why it's called a chain stitch. If you can see the elasticity in it, the wrong word. So what I'm going to teach you to do is go into the back bumps. So I'm going to go into the 2nd bump from the hook, and I'm going to do a single crochet. So all I do is stick the head of the needle in there, pick up the bump, and do a single crochet. And I'm going to do all the bumps, every bump. And if you look really close, there's a bump, there's a bump, there's a bump, there's a bump. I'm just going to pick up the bump. And when I get through, well, when I get about 5 or 6 down, I'll show you what it looks like. I used to get mad when I would make a blanket, and the beginning stitch, I could always tell where the beginning row was and the end row was. But now with this technique, you can't tell. Here we go. This is the top of it. This is the bottom of it. Looks the same. This is the top. This is the bottom. If I did it the other way and I used the flat side, which is the front side, you'd have a seam going down it, and you could always tell the beginning row from your end row of your square. So this is a really nice technique I learned, and I use it now in everything that I do. So once I get finished with these 26, I'm going to do a stitch called the back loop only. And that's going to create my work for me to put the chain stitches in to make it look like a shag rug. So first I have to do my foundation and then go back and put in the chain stitches. So now that I'm done almost with my first row, show you what I do. That's the first row. Alright, I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to flip my work, and I'm going to go back in the first stitch, and I'm going to go in both loops. And the reason I do this is to secure my edges. Then I'm going to go in the back loop. There's 2 loops if you look at. I'm going in the back loop with a single crochet. all the way across. And every one I'm going to do a back loop. Into the back loop with a single crochet. And I'm going to do that all the way across. And when I get to the end, I'm going to go in both loops. And the reason I do that again is to secure my corners and also to keep them from pulling a big hole like this. See that big hole? I don't like holes in my corners. It'll just strengthen my square. And since I'm going to be using it as a rug, something on the floor to sit on, lay on, walk on, I want my blanket very secure. Alright, I'm at the end. Last 2 stitches. Sorry I'm going so fast, but this is for most people who just know. I'm not trying to teach you how to crochet right now. I'm just trying to show you a pattern. I'm at the end. I went into the top front loop and the back loop. I'm chaining 1. 1 represents a single crochet in a turning chain. I turn my work. I go back into the first stitch, front and back loop with a single. And then I go back loop in every stitch all the way across to the last one. And I do this until I have 15 rows. 15 rows of, see those humps? Each one of those represents a row. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. When I have 15 of these rows on the right side, this is actually the right side. This is the wrong side. So when I have 15 rows on the right side, then I'm going to start this stitch, and I'll come back on my next video to show you that. Good luck.